Yo, huge shout out to Para Bellum for letting me guest record these guys in their fight against United AMA. Now these guys they put up a lot of triples, 16-4 against United AMA. Now these guys are literally like top 30 in the world for wins or something like that. United AMA is a very long-term clan with a great war record. And Para Bellum just had some OP hits. 718 wins, guys. That is just insane. Wow. And Para Bellum, was able to get 16 triples against them. So starting it off, we have Aggression. And Aggression is going to be doing a queen charge Lalo. And I mean, look at how close that queen was dying. I mean, that is insane. How do you know when to stop that? And look at how many layers of walls that queen gets through. That's just absolutely phenomenal. That's not fair. So they use that king to funnel on the right hand side, and then that queen is just getting so much. What's that V word we're all looking for? Get your minds out of the gutter, guys. It's value, okay? Value is the V word we were looking for, that we're all looking for, okay? And that queen just gets through the center, takes out everything that I preach about needing to be taken out. Starts the Lalo at the 1 o'clock, drops the minions immediately around that backhand side to make sure that Town Hall is going to be activated. Uses a great freeze over that Town Hall. Doesn't need to haste those loons over the Town Hall just because there's so many of them. And then uses that haste for a more important area, which is that multi-target Inferno on the backhand side. Look at all of these cleanup troops, the minions, the lava pups, and I think there's one loon left, so absolutely clutch loon there, staying alive. Perfect placement of spells, guys. That was a phenomenal raid and by Aggression. And, a lot of these guys I actually don't know. This is the first time I've been in Para Bellum. And, I'm very thankful that actually Reefer was the one that was kind of my point of contact, and he wanted me to just come on and do a little recap of their war against United AMA. And, so thank you, Reefer. Really thank you for letting me come in and, record this, and I hope you guys enjoy it. And, maybe a little bit later we might have some more of those videos, and maybe you'll see some Dalton D3T in there on with that Para Bellum clan. But hey, we still got to decide that down the road. But Caress Me Down, Caress Me Down. I can't complain about that name. He's doing a P.E.K.K.A. Bobat and just had a crazy funnel of that P.E.K.K.A. Bobat over the Town Hall, and then distracted that area at the 10 o'clock with a ice golem, and then those bats were able to get a good amount of troops, one of which being that multi-target Inferno and that wizard tower. All were on the inside of those tiles, which that's going to be clutch because that's funny, the tornado trap didn't get activated by those bats when he sent the bats in. That's pretty funny. Good times. And now we have, this is Aggression again. So Aggression had a 6-pack here. And this is kind of a funky base. I've actually seen this. Where I've seen this base before? I have seen this base by one of our very own members. I will not mention who or which member because I am in a few clans, so you guys won't even know. But he's going to be doing a Sui hero on that Town Hall. Uses that king and wall breakers to get the funnel right and into that Town Hall. Now from there, it's maybe not the most ideal L shape for a Lalo, but obviously it gets the job done. Uses that haste over that multi-target Inferno. That wizard tower was distracted. Again, those hastes are just clearing out that entire compartment there. And then he's got loons starting at the other side, leading by that stone slammer. A couple skeleton spells with that new skeleton spell upgrade. Warden's ability over those loons and over the skeletons. I don't know if you guys saw that, but all of those skeletons were actually under the Warden's ability as well. And, unfortunately, that last multi-target Inferno was the last thing to go, but, that haste spell came in clutch. He kind of crammed a couple haste next to each other just because they were going to be useless if he didn't use them, so why not use them, So, awesome attack aggression. That was a beautiful raid with a loon that he didn't even drop. So, yeah, 3 Hound, 33 loons with the Sui Hero on the Town Hall, just phenomenal. Now, this base is... I'm just going to say that's envy me, hate me, love me. And that's actually pretty creative. I didn't think I was going to get that. But he does a bat bomb in that core just left of that town hall there, which basically cleans out that entire area. And then from there, he's just going to be doing the big drag attacks over the town hall. Has a great use of funneling with the heroes taking out everything in that 3 o'clock compartment. Unfortunately, that queen gets hung up on that dang CC, but the rest of these dragons are just pushing through the core. They're able to take out that Eagle artillery. Unfortunately, that air defense is still left standing, but will eventually get taken out, obviously, because this is a triple. These loons just having, a ton of value, and that dragon actually was able to wander off and take out that air defense. And then from there, the queen's still up at full health with a ton of archers leading or following her. So that's some easy cleanup. So envy me, hate me, love me on a really cool triple on an actually very complicated base. I'd probably put money on that base wouldn't get tripled much. All right, now we have Ares, and I'm not actually sure if this is the same Ares from Just Ordinary. I do not know, but Craze is going to triple this base, and Craze is going to be starting off with a good little funnel with a baby dragon and a loon just to test for, basically a Coco loon, but it also took out that builder's hut. And taking out that builder's hut is actually going to have some good value there because this queen is just going to stroll on by, and instead of having that builder's hut, that point of contact on where these troops are going to funnel out, a few of them did actually go outside, but that the majority of them went into the core there, these mass witches, and that Archer Queen was able to hit that multi-target Inferno because it was only a couple spaces away. That multi-target Inferno and that Wizard Tower get taken out. Those bats take out that multi-target Inferno pretty quick. That Wizard Tower was distracted by that P.E.K.K.A, OP P.E.K.K.A. That attacking Ice Golem does a huge freeze, which is going to lead that Queen straight to take out that Town Hall. And then from there, you just got quite a few cleanup troops, some of it being those witches, that king using his ability, queen is at full health, there's a P.E.K.K.A, a couple barbarians, there's just not enough defenses to keep those up. If you had a couple, maybe like a multi-target Inferno that was on the inside of a 2-tile or 3-tile area, then maybe, but not in that case. So, Craze was able to secure that triple there, and yeah, that was a fun, I like those witch raids. I really do. Now we have False Icon. And False Icon is going to be, obviously he's doing fully upgraded on his spells. The update did drop, so he needed to, maybe take advantage of those power potions because I'm sure he's got a ton, just like all of us, been saving those up with clan games and everything. So why not use them when you need them, you know what I mean? And he's going to be suing the heroes to make it so that this E-clone is going to have just huge value. And yeah, he starts that E-clone off. He E-cloned that E-drag actually really early, and then inside of that Stone Slammer, he actually has 2 regular dragons. And which is kind of a new idea, actually. I kind of like that. And then these E-Drags take out that Eagle Artillery, that other multi-target Inferno. So you're going at 47% before he dropped the Hogs down. And then those Hogs, he's got 3 heal spells, a freeze, a poison, and then the Warden's ability over the Town Hall, that Giga Tesla. So, I mean, just perfect planning, great spell execution, and that Warden timing really came in clutch. False Icon, that was a great E-clone. That E-clone value took out 50% of the base. That is not an exaggeration. It took out 50% of the base where the Hogs and the cleanup troops just needed to finish up, and actually has an E-Dragon there till the end to celebrate with those Hoggies. All right. Now up next is literally a guy that we just saw a triple from. So False Icon decided to take this war into his own personal hands and just pull up some triples, right? And, it's not often you see two baby dragons not grouping together and losing their rage spell, until I said that. So, I mean, still, those baby dragons took out probably, 6-9 structures, which made this funnel just awesome for this queen to get in there. Uses that freeze on that queen in the expo just to make sure that the attacking queen was going to stay safe, and then is actually going to do a tactical E-drag. Now I can't say it's a spam E-drag just because of the fact that it was a queen walk. It's not a spam E-drag if there's a queen walk involved, because once you involve that queen walk, there's a lot of precision, and when that jump spell with that queen to go into the core there to get rid of that attacking or the defending archer queen, that's some top tier gameplay right there. And basically that queen just shadows those E-dragons the whole way through, and then in the CC was a couple dragons. The queen literally, pushed through from the 8 o'clock to the 4 o'clock, and then down the moat again till about the 11 o'clock, and then finishes up the raid with the rest of those dragons. So pathing was superb there, and it almost kind of zigzagged its way through to secure that triple. So a lot of fun. You don't see a lot of E-drag raids that are tactical E-drags like that. So send me those vids. Love to comment on those. Now we have Blacken, and Blacken from Para Bellum is going to be doing a queen charge minor attack, using a great use of that baby dragon of funnel. Also, phenomenal placement of that wall wrecker. I don't know if you guys saw that, but that wall wrecker literally cracked open the corner of that multi-target Inferno corner compartment, and then was able to access that enemy queen, and then I was taking out the enemy CC, which actually is kind of scary because there was 2 loons there, and when you have 2 loons, you have to really be careful that hound doesn't distract that queen long enough to where those hounds are just going to beat down on that queen, because that'll destroy her pretty quick. And then even if you use her ability, the archers that she spawns are literally right underneath her, so those loons will still hit that queen. So just better be safe whenever you see those loons, and drop those poisons as soon as you can. From there, obviously that king starts at the 1 o'clock, keeps the funnel with the miners going through over the town hall. Warden's ability eventually gets used. Still has that queen's ability. These miners are still pushing. They went straight to that multi-target Inferno. Even with them, those miners are obviously getting a little bit weaker, but still so many of them. It's just super OP. Absolute waste of troops. Just had them going off like crazy. So Blacken, that was a beautiful queen charge miner attack. All right, now we have Shaner. Now I've talked about Shaner quite a bit. You guys know him from Just Ordinary or Black Rose, and he is just phenomenal. He really loves these mass witch attacks. I always have a problem commenting and narrating his attacks, because these witch slap attacks, they're just so foreign to me, and I don't know how he mastered the witch slap, or whatever you want to call it, but he did it. And so basically, did a E-drag funnel with the queen walk into the queen charge, used the queen ability because he was scared that he was going to lose that queen, understandably, because she was definitely getting low on health there. That queen actually wanders, but these the witches are just having so much value straight into the core of that. Uses that warden's ability. From that warden's ability, look at the placement of these multi-target Inferno and the wizard towers. Just one free spell, and it's going to take advantage. It's going to destroy them. And then look at how many witch. I don't know if he lost a witch in that whole raid, except for when that Giga Tesla blew up, obviously. But, these witches just, sending those skeleton spells in front to where, activating any traps, or, in a way it's tanking for the defenses, because they're just not targeting the main, the kill squad, because the skeletons just move faster and are in front. So, beautiful hit, Shaner. I love watching those witch raids. All right, next up, Para Bellum, I'm assuming. Now, this is a very common, CWL/push base, just because they're so awkward and don't really know how to attack them. But he's going to take full advantage of these, of the bat bomb. That bat bomb is going to take out the Eagle artillery. I mean, literally 15% of those, 15% of this base that were pure defenses were taken out by that bat bomb. And then, I mean, if you're looking at this raid, you've only got 50% of this, like, of the area left of this raid. So he's just gonna drag it. I mean, why not? Drags are OP. They tank. They're insane under rage spells. Warden's ability just has massive value with them. The town hall was playing real stubborn and did not want to go down thanks to that air sweeper right there. But that's saving that stone slammer to the end, which is going to take out that town hall. And then out come 2 more dragons. These other dragons are literally just going to take all those storages, getting those high hit point structures out of the way early, so that, even if those dragons went into the core there and hit that Giga Tesla, it would have been game over anyway. There's just so many dragons there left alive. So absolutely insane, man. Insane. All right. Now, this is kind of a funky base. I like how it's divided. You got the town hall that's basically on the outside, just 1 row of storage and that Grand Warden. Obviously, these bases are not as maxed out as the ones that we saw prior, but notice the queen charge here. I mean, using the wall breakers to get in, that wall break, or that queen is able to get that multi-target Inferno. From there, gonna take out that baby dragon, because why not? It's annoying. Then uses that king basically to work parallel alongside that queen, and that queen's going to take out that another multi-target Inferno, and then she's going to even break through that wall, which is going to give her even more value because she's just pushing through the core of the space, and then she breaks through another wall to take out that other multi-target Inferno. This might be the only attack that I've ever seen where the queen charge took out all 3 multi-target Infernos. I want to say that is the one and only raid that I have seen that on. Unfortunately, that Warden decided to play dumb and not stick with the rest of the Lalo that happened over that town hall. So the Giga Tesla definitely had some kill ratio there, just because it took out all those troops that were over the town hall. So. Skid marks, that was a crazy queen charge, my man. Literally, looking at the outline of that raid, it moved through the entire core of that. I mean, just super cool. And I'm not going to recap the Town Hall 11s, guys. It's just, Town Hall 11s, they're fun to watch and everything, but, we're all about the Town Hall 12 Elite scene. So, Para Bellum, with a 16-4 triple against United AMA, probably a top 30-40 clan in the world and wins 718 wins, guys. That's incredible. So